Hello everybody, this is Marty. We are back on the channel with F1 2018, the very first season, the very first race of the season on Melbourne Park, using the Sauber with manual start. Having actually a decent start, I am able to keep my position, no losing one position to Stroll on the left side, and having a look on the inside with both Toro Rossos. Not able to pass them, unfortunately. Having a go on Gasly on the left side, who is losing a bit of pace, and I'm actually having a decent run on Hartley, so I'll try to pass him on the left side and brake as late as possible. Still side by side through this corner, me and Hartley. Still side by side through this corner, me and Hartley. That's some great action over here, a little bit of wheel bagging, still side by side. And oh, there's a yellow flag. Me and Hartley had a little collision. Actually got a warning for that as well, which in my opinion is a bit unfair. It was some nice racing, me and Hartley side by side for a couple of laps, and it's unfortunate that he lost his position. But then again, it's a positive thing for us, running 14th place, right behind the Force India of Paris. And let's try to settle down, lowering the ERS a bit, lowering the fuel mix a bit to try to get some decent pace, to settle down a bit, and try to lose not as much pace on the guys in front as necessary. As you can see, a lot of action in front. Leclerc already having a look at Van Dorne on the very left side, still in 12th position. Me myself in 40th position, so not a bad start for the Sauber team. Other package very near, and having a look on the inside with Perez, not able to have a pass in that corner, but still decent acceleration onto the straight, and that's the end of the very first lap. Right behind Perez, but lost some pace in that very last corner. Let's see if we can make up a bit. As you can see, I'm running stable pace behind Perez. I also have to be honest with you. This is 90%. I have no experience with F1 games, as I mentioned before. This is my very first race, so I'm using flashbacks, and I also did a couple of restarts, to be honest. I want to improve my experience, and also I want to be better at this game through time. But with this very first race, I definitely needed 4 or 5 flashbacks to get a decent result, to be honest, because with this AI, with this aggressive AI with start and stop and with no assist, it's very easy to lose the car. So please be aware, I'm no alien at all. I think I'm fairly good in racing games, especially in GT3s. I'm used to GT3s. I have no experience with F1. You see me losing the car almost at this corner again. But for me, it's all a learning process to get up to speed with these cars, and you don't see me running 110% AI from the very first start. That's not my game. I want to improve. I want to be better. But for now, this is decent for me. I'm able to keep up with Paris in the Force India, which is actually pretty good, and actually able to having a run at him at the 3rd lap, as you can see, having a go on the inside. No. Actually, Perez is losing a bit of time, and we are able to having a pass on the outside of this corner. We are actually 13th on this stage, which is pretty nice. Perez on the outside, but we are able to keep the position. Yeah, so we are right behind teammate Leclerc, which is excellent position for us, because Leclerc qualified like 3 positions in front of us. So if we are right behind Leclerc, I'm very happy with that. Obviously, the goal will be points. Will be points in every race, but for now 30th position is excellent result for us. We're right behind Leclerc. We try to keep up with him. There's a little gap, I must admit, with Leclerc, and there's pressure from behind from Perez. So let's see if we are able to pick up the pace a little bit and to be able to make up some time with Leclerc on this stage of the race. As you can see, the ERS is still on 2. We can raise it a little bit in a little while, but we don't want to use a lot of ERS on this stage of the race because it's very difficult to regain ERS, and we definitely need it in a later stadium of the race. So a bit of a lonely section for now. Perez still on the back of me. Leclerc, I must say, a little bit in front of me. There's a little gap. So I'm skipping a few laps, and this is the 5th lap, and actually there's Leclerc inside the pits. So Leclerc made his pit stop, my teammate, and I'm still on track. I'm thinking, okay, I got ultra soft tires on them. They're not too bad. I want to get the maximum out of the tires. I want to keep on running the tires, and see if I can make the overcut actually, to see if I can gain some time and maybe pass Leclerc with this specific move. So I'm putting everything fuel to rich, to see if I can pick up some time. But the strange thing is, I'm losing the car. I'm losing the car again. So actually I'm losing time. So losing the car, and there's Gasly having a run at me. So I'm actually losing 2 seconds. There's also Sainz who wants to have a run at me. I'm losing a lot of time with this extra lap before the pit window. So this is a terrible decision. I need to pit it as soon as possible. We decided to make some extra laps, and as you can see, the rear is all over the place. I'm having such difficulties to keep the car in a straight line. It's actually kind of impossible for me to keep the car on track and to get some decent pace out of the car. So I'm running like 30s at the moment, with worn out tires, and having a go at Gasly, but we are still able to get the position back, which is great. So we are back in 7th position actually, which obviously isn't my real pace because we still need to make that pit stop. But for now, 7th position is a great position, and this is round 7, and we are in the pits for our mandatory pit stop. Into the pit lane, Gasly right behind us. We need to make a perfect stop to be in front of Gasly again. It's all up to the Sauber boys to get me some good tires and get me a good stop. Fitted the super soft tires and losing a lot of time because of Gasly having a bit of pit stop, and also I think because of the game, because this is the same with F1 2017. If there's a guy behind you and like close behind you, most of the time you are losing that position. So we need to start over again. We need to make up positions. Most of it because I ruined my own stint, to be honest, with running those 6th and 7th lap on that ultra soft tires, losing a lot of time, and also track position, because right now we are 17th and we were 14th before the pit stop. So losing a lot of times and need to pick up the pace again. We have Sainz right behind us with warm tires. We have actually cold tires, so we need to pick up the pace. We have Gasly right in front of us, and we're losing a time on Gasly as well, to be honest. So we need to pick up the pace and we need to be on our game again. And right now I'm having a difficult time to get used to the super soft tires again, because we were used to the ultra soft tires, and we need to brake earlier. We missed a couple of apexes, to be honest, and we're cutting a corner over here, which is not acceptable, getting a warning for that as well. So gave us a little bit of space with Sainz right behind us, but already on our tail again. So right in front of us is Gasly, and we should focus on making up time on Gasly, and as you can see, he has I think it's a Williams who isn't very fast at the moment. So that benefits of us to regain some time on Gasly and to be able to make up a few positions, because that really is necessary for us at this stage of the race. As you can see, this was our outlap, so it's a 34, so it's a terrible time, but it's up to the next few laps to see what times we are able to run with these tires. And as you can see, the Sainz having a go. No, we're locking up the tires. There's Sainz on the inside, and we are side by side, but we're able to keep that position, thankfully. And we're still 17 behind Gasly, and not losing a lot of time at the moment. This is pretty much our pace in the race, and yeah, to be honest, it's just difficult to keep the car on track at this stage. It's a stable car, but with all of this off, it's difficult to keep the car on track. And as you can see, Williams is losing a lot of time, so it's really is benefiting me over Gasly at this stage of the race, and we're able to pick up with these guys again, and actually have similar pace again, and actually are able to get some DRS and might be able to having a go on Gasly on the inside. No, we decided to wait a little bit to see how everything falls out between the two guys, and just to be able to get a little bit more pace again, and we might be able to fight for a couple more positions this very first race. But I must be honest, we are struggling a lot in this very first race, and as you can see already was losing a track again on this 9th lap, and losing like a second on the ultras, which isn't too bad, but there's just a totally different feeling if we compare those two tires, the ultra and the super soft. And I even decided to get the fuel mix back to standard again because the rear is very loose with Rich, and I wasn't too confident on the car and actually was able to run smoother. And then there's Gasly. He had some smoking engine, and we almost hit Gasly because he blew up the engine. There was a yellow, and probably was too eager to pass the car fast, but made up a position, and we are 16th at the moment. With Gasly ending the race unfortunately. We are right behind Stroll. For the last couple of laps, and I decided to fast forward until the 14th lap or 15th. This is like the last couple of laps on this very first race, and it's all about the learning experience for me. This very last few laps of this race, and it's all about bringing the car home, not making any major mistakes, and just get a decent result. 16th is a very good result, but it's a decent result, and I'm happy to take that for now. And obviously, point for should be the goal, and might be on the table as well. But for now, I'm happy to settle with 16th. I've been behind Stroll for the last 15 laps, and I'm not gaining any time. So thought and said to myself, this is your pace. This is your race. You're having a hard time on that super soft tire, so just take that 16th place and bring the car home. You know what I mean? It's the last lap of the race, so we don't take any risks. We don't want to make any major mistakes in this very last lap of this race, and just take the 16th place and hoping for a better result in Bahrain in the very next race. The guys in front are bunching up a bit. There's a McLaren that's very slow, and there's another few cars as well. But I have no illusions of gaining another few places. But there is one car very slow in front of us. There's actually a Force India retiring. There's Esteban Ocon retiring in his very last lap of this race. For us, we benefit one lap. That's not a major improvement. We are 15th. We're happy with that. 16th or 14th. I don't really mind, but happy to gain another spot and to bring the car home in 15th position. I'm just taking this last couple of corners very slowly, just to be able to get the car home. And we have Hartley right behind us, and we are just hoping and praying he won't make a move in this very last corner. And he's really close to us, but as you can see, he decided not to make a move. So yeah, we actually bring the car home in 15th place. We're not delighted with that. We're just satisfied that we are able to complete the race in 15th position and bringing the car home. With this very first race, it's all about bringing the car home and getting a result. Not even a decent result or a great result, but getting a result. As you can see, guys, it's Hamilton winning the race in front of the two Ferraris. Not important for us. We're just wanting some points, and they were not on the table for us today, but they might be here in the next race. It's all about learning for us this very first race, and all about showing you guys the pace that I'm driving, and perhaps you can maybe improve my times or even be better than me, which isn't very difficult with my pace. So this is the end game, and as you can see, Charles Leclerc in 12th position, actually having a worse lap time than I had. So not a really bad race, and I'm definitely seeing positive points for this race. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this very first race, and I'll be back on the next race on Bahrain. Thank you very much. Bye.